Hashtag hair game on point today. So not true. Hey guys, it's Kate, and today I will be doing my top 4 favorite, not drugstore, there's 3 drugstore and 1 MAC product. I am one of those people who loves that really flawless kind of like no acne, no coloration anywhere other than where it's supposed to be kind of base, and so I buy foundations that are really pigmented and really just cover the skin nicely. I tend to not go for the light coverage, aka. So I have really dry kind of like combination skin. It'll get really dry sometimes and I'll get really oily sometimes, so I don't really know which one to go with. So I'm just going to show you my top 4 favorites, and then I will tell you just what they do and when I use them and what time of the year, you know, that kind of thing. So if you guys would like to see what I use for my favorite foundations, then just go ahead and keep watching. So the first thing that I do before I apply any foundation, I think that I should just add this because it is kind of crucial because it is part of what I do, so I don't know if it was like affects the result of them, but I use MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. I just spritz this all over my face like 3 times, like as in 3 spritz, and so then it just makes my foundation just kind of last longer. I don't know. That's optional. The brush that I use for all my foundations is the Sigma Flat Kabuki F80 brush, and this is one that I would recommend to everyone in the world. Like, if I could have one brush for foundation, I would choose this one. It's just a flat top kabuki. It's really packed, and it's off their Sigmax line, which are these bristles that just make your, like, I don't know actually what they do. I should probably research that. I am a big fan of Sigma. Go buy this brush. You need it in your life. It'll help you apply your foundation so nicely, and it gives an airbrush effect. So you should go check out this brush. I'll link Sigma's website down below. And then just to let you know, I also use concealer, and this is MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. As you can see, it's a lot lighter than my actual skin tone, but it's kind of nice having that like brighter highlight under your eye sometimes. So that is that. So I'm going to go down in foundations from which I love the most to the ones that I love the least, but I still like. Does it make sense? Just roll with it. Just roll with it. First one that I have is Revlon Color Stay, and this is a foundation that I have literally been loving for so long. I have had this in my favorites for like years now, and ever since I started wearing makeup, I think. Like, it is so amazing. It just glides on your skin, and they have 2 combinations. They have normal and dry skin, a foundation, and then they have a combination oily skin, and I can get away with both. In the summertime, I usually use the combination oily, and then in the winter time, I usually use the normal to dry skin because that is when my skin is the driest. There's not a lot of hydration in the air, so that is what I use. This is what I use during this time. So this is clearly not in my shade, but when I was pale, I used Buff 150, and this foundation, okay, so it is definitely a full coverage foundation. You can build it up so much. I have noticed that on me, it kind of gets almost cakey after 2 coats, so I just stop at 2 coats because then it's like, no girl, no. But I actually like this better than so many MAC foundations, and it's crazy. So just goes to show you that money, like, how much it is not always how good it is, if that makes sense. So again, this is Revlon Color Stay. I would say it's more on the thicker consistency rather than lighter, but once you have it on, once you have it all smoothed out, it really just looks so flawless. And literally, if you have red patches or acne, this is the one that I would choose because it just makes your skin so flawless and all one color, and then you can contour and do whatever and not have to worry about different red patches or whatever. The next foundation that I've been absolutely in love with is L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup Foundation, and I am in W4. As you can tell, this is the foundation that I'm wearing right now. It is a beautiful finish. It glides on your skin. Again, I told you I have dry skin. It does not cling to any dry patches. It just goes on so flawlessly, and it gives a dewy finish, which I really love in foundations. The best thing about this, I think, is the pump, okay? I cannot tell you or express to you my joy when I found out this had a pump, because it is so hard for me to apply foundation to my hand, like with the bottle. I always pour out too much, and then I end up wasting product, so I'm like, ugh. So this really helps me, and I love it, and I would highly suggest you checking this out. They have so many shades, and so it's really easy to find your shade, and this is the one shade I've actually ever bought that actually matches my skin tone on my neck. Like, It's amazing. I really, really like it. So the next one I have is a MAC, and this is a MAC Studio Fix Fluid, and it has an SPF of 15, SPF of 15, and pretty much I used this when my skin was dry, and I did not like it at all. I was like, ew, I'm gonna return this. But then I used it on the day when it turned oily all of a sudden, and I was like, oh, this isn't that bad. I really highly suggest this if you have oilier skin because it doesn't cling, it does kind of cling to the dry patches and make it look kind of cakey and like that weird crackly look. So I suggest that you try this out if you have oily skin. Like I said many a times in my videos, I don't believe that all MAC products or like high-end products are better than drugstore products. Like my two favorite foundations that I've showed you previously are my top two foundations. This is just like another one where if you are a big MAC user you can get this. But I highly suggest those other two over this one, which is kind of weird, but it's you know, that's just what I like. And everyone has different skin tones, so this may work better for somebody else than it did on me, but this is just my personal opinion, so take it as you want. The last one that I have for you is a really cool one, and I highly suggest this one for summer. This is called L'Oreal Paris Magic Nude Liquid Powder Foundation. Okay, so what you do with this one is you shake it really well. Shake, 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 Shannara, shake your body line. I think that's how it goes. So then I just apply a little bit on the back of my hand. As you can tell, this is again when I was light. Don't worry guys, I'm not putting this on my face right now. I was in like the drugstore and I'll admit I tried it out without buying it, but I bought it eventually, so it was okay. But then I just rubbed it on my hand in the aisle and I was like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. It turns into powder foundation and like, it's so cool. It's so cool. And it has like this cool like texture. My whole hand's white now. But it has this really, really cool texture and it looks like powder, but it's not. And so I would highly suggest this one for summer because it gives you a nice light coverage, because in the summer you don't really want that much coverage because your skin's gonna get more oily and it's gonna cake up. You just don't want that mess. And so I highly suggest this one for summer because it creates a powder, but it is also light coverage, so it kind of is best of both worlds. I wouldn't suggest this if you have dry skin because it kind of seems like one of those ones that would cling to dryness, but I use this on the days when I'm a bit more oily. So those are my favorite foundations. I hope you guys all really enjoyed and I hope it helped you. Like I said, these are just my foundations that I love, and I am one of those people who loves a flawless base because I personally believe that if you don't have a flawless base, you're not gonna, like, no matter how well you do your eyes, it'll kind of just be a waste because, like, I don't know. I like flawless. But yeah, those are my favorite foundations, and I will see you guys all in my next video. If you guys have your favorite foundations from the drugstore or anywhere that you think I would like, go ahead and put them in the comments below. I have dry skin. Help me out. I love seeing new foundations. They're really fun for me. So feel free to put your comment down below, and if you guys have any videos you would like to request, go ahead and put those in the comments down below too, and I will be back really soon with another video. I hope you guys are enjoying these more frequent uploads. I really am, so I hope you are too. Alright, I'll see you guys really soon. Bye!